Yes, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, today we are having the SEP coordinators meeting, and Azhar bhai, I think, will be logging in at 2:45, right? Inshallah.
I have not informed about any change.
Okay. Is he logged in at the moment? No.
I have sent a message. Let me just wait.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, I think today we are going to first have 10 minutes of NABET, right? And then we'll follow it with that. So we will start the meeting, inshallah, with Kirat. I request Brother Rizwan Ahmed Siddiqui Sahab to do Kirat, inshallah.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أمن خلق السماوات والأرض وأنزل لكم من السماء ماء فأنبتنا به حدائق ذات بهجة ما كان لكم أن تنبتوا شجرها أإله مع الله بل هم قوم يعدلون صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakumullah khairan. Rizwan, right? Inshallah. Yeah, I request, like, everybody else can keep they're allowed to keep them, make it mute, unmute whenever you want. So inshallah, first we'll be having a session regarding NABET and how to do accreditation. So all the parameters for that, and under that, Azam Bhai would be discussing first, and then we'll be having the session on assessments, inshallah. Over to Azam Bhai.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Respected participants, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
We are, eagerly waiting for Azhar Bhai's session, which is going to be a session going to help us in assessing our, help us in knowing about the assessment, right? So last week he has given an assignment. Most of you, I am sure, you must have done that exercise. Inshallah, that will be discussed in deep after some time by Azhar Bhai. So again, I would like to remind you, our focus is to have our own, accreditation system for MFERD schools, right? For that, we have initiated this SEP program, and as you can see, this is our 67th meeting and 40th meeting in this particular year, right? 40th meeting. Alhamdulillah, it's Allah's grace. And we have not talked about anything like accreditation, our schools are going for accreditation, but we are preparing ourselves, right? We are yet to develop our standards, but we are following the NABET standards as the thing which we will be taking up, inshallah, as a guidance, right? So whatever assignments we are giving you, one way or other, these are going to help you in your assessment process. Whenever a team will assess your institution for the accreditation process, so these all initiatives, whatever we are discussing, we have given as assignment, this is going to help you out, right? So TSDP is a skill development program of your teachers, and it is conducted every week in our school. What we suggest is at least conduct one TSDP program every fortnight, right? So in this particular year, you should have completed at least 10 TSDP programs in your school. What is TSDP program and what is the format of it? You can check the YouTube, and those who are new, there is a demonstration session of a TSDP program by Sanas, right? So this is for the teachers. This is for the teachers. Now, for the students' creativity, we have this initiative of a newsletter every month in our school. Probably this year it is going to be a 7th newsletter this year, and every month we release it. Alternatively, one in English, the next month it is in Tamil, like that. So what we expect from the schools is at least 4 newsletters you must have published in this particular academic year. All this will be having credits. You will have to develop, evidences for this, right? Okay. Next, coming to QMS training session attendance. Like last week, we had a session by Anjum Sir, and now Azarbai is taking session on attendance. All these attendances carry weightage, right? So you'll be given grade points for this, right? So this attendance is important, right? Then action research, at least 2 projects you must have completed in this whole academic year. So very simple. See, yesterday we had a discussion with our teachers. We said that we have identified 5 to 6 teachers whose handwriting is extremely good. So we said that, how did you develop your handwriting? Then they said that somebody has gone a professional training. So even other teachers, by their nature, they write good. So, but there are few fundamental things to write better. The size of the letters must be same, and the pen what you use, that is important. The inclination, right? Like if it is italics, all the letters must be in italics, written in italics. So like that, there are basic rules which will definitely help you to write a better. So what we did with our teachers is that we conduct a program for all the class teachers, right? All the teachers in this month, like the month of October, you convene at least 1 or 2 sessions, how to improve handwriting and teach all those basics. Then the month of November, all the teachers, all the class teachers will assess the handwriting of all the students in their respective classes. So they will grade them. Who has scored 5 out of 5, who has scored 2 out of 5. So number of students they can come to know. Every school will have better performance, those who are not up to the expected standard. But what we can do is, with this training in session, first we will have a data. So what happens is you get a pre-test data, right? Now the data is available. Then you are going to start your intervention. All the class teachers, all subject teachers will focus in this particular month, about the handwriting, all the classes. So end of this month, it's not necessary, you'll have to focus. It's nothing. Every day you can just view how the children are writing. You will do timely corrections. And end of the month, you say that there's going to be, a test or overall check of your notebooks. And you find, again, you start grading and you get a data. And if it is enhancing the performance of the students, then your intervention is successful. So this is not a very big deal. Every school can do this. So this type of action research projects, at least 2 you must have conducted here. The main idea is we want to ignite that research mentality among the teachers, right? So once you are research based, you are working on the research based thing, then automatically the children will also start thinking. So ultimately we want the children to think, right? Okay. Now, every institution is blessed with some best practices, right? Now, every institution, if they share their best practices, what they consider to be the best, and that has given them good results in their academics or administrative system, whatever it is, that is going to help other schools also. They need not to again reinvent the wheel, right? So these best practices, you have to take the opportunity and share your best practices. At least 2 you must have shared your best practices in this academic year, right? Again, the character building, we have around 10 themes, and all these 10 themes are to be implemented. So at least 4 themes in this particular academic year you are expected to submit, and you'll have to implement and see. And you can do this also as an action research project before implementation of this character building. What is the status of your children, and after implementation at the end of the year also you can assess. How you assess that, you have to devise your tools, and definitely that's going to give you feedback about the implementation or the effectiveness of this character building program, right? Then reflection sessions, at least 4. Why we call this reflection session? You are part of this SEP program. This SEP program, we have so many initiatives taken. Is it helping you in any way or not? That you can speak up. Or if you have any suggestions, you can speak up. And if you have some special program in your school, you can speak up about that. So today we had a wonderful program in our school. We have a scientist who is 72-year-old in a place near Dindikal. And we had invited him today to our school. So we had a session for our students. Hardly his education is PUC, pre-university degree, pre-university course. He is not a graduate, but he has got motivation, inspiration from his grandparents, and he used to study a lot books from the New Century Book House, the Russian publications, and a lot of anatomy, physiology, then mechanics, everything for his own interest. He was not a very good student at all when he was in schooling, and later he developed those qualities, and alhamdulillah now he has invented many things. He has brought those things here, and we had a wonderful session, and many children were inspired, and there was a question answer session, especially the lower classes posed so many questions, right? So that was a wonderful experience. So like this, whatever you come across, which it helped enhancing our teaching learning process, you can share all those experiences in the reflection session. At least your school must have done 4 sessions in this academic year, right? So similarly, youth empowerment program, that is to enhance the communication skills or leadership skills among the students. You can conduct every Saturday. We have been conducting, and last month Huda School Bangalore, 2 branches, and our school Imam Shafi School and Sana School conducted this program. So we expect all the schools to take part in this. At least 2 you must have done in this particular academic year. So these assignments are not directly talking about the NABET accreditation process, but if you deeply think, all these things are related to skill development of your teachers, skill development or all-round development of your students, right? Then value system, imbibing values among your children, then a research-based methodology, then increasing knowledge of about the inclination towards the quality aspects of the school. So these are the things which are really met by NABET also. NABET accreditation, they don't come and see whether you're completed your syllabus or not, but they check all these things. So for every activity, you will have to design an evidence and make a format, fill it up, have a proper signature or seal, and create a evidence and start making PDF of this. So in chronological order. So this is going to be having a separate grading in the end of the year. So that will show us how serious we are in this program. Okay, so from next week onwards, we must be taking up further the standards. There are 15 standards in NABET accreditation program. So far we have covered 5. I'll check with Anjumba if he can take up the next standard 6. Otherwise, if he is not available, we are going to discuss each standard one by one, and so that we prepare our schools for accreditation process. With this, I conclude here. I hand it over to our Azhar Bhai without wasting much time. Over to you, Azhar Bhai. Jazakumullah khair.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Jazakallah khair. So apologies for the delay of 2 minutes. So first of all, let me thank and appreciate that you people are here and we are in the fourth session. And Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah, we are coming up the final session as well. So before getting into the recap of it, anybody who has done the assignment?
Yes, Azhar bhai. Our school conducted a program.
Okay.
We called all the teachers. We assembled them in a hall, and we projected all the question papers like state board question paper, CBSE question paper, and the IDCA question paper of
Okay.
science, 10th standard.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
we asked them to analyze, and we have teacher Sarala with us. She will be taking.
Good. So anybody has any questions from the last session? Any questions you people have? Can you hear me? Okay. Got that. Anybody has any questions? Let me know, or else we'll get into next level. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. Excuse me,
Yeah,
sir.
tell me.
I'm from Imam Safi. I have
Okay.
done the assignment, sir. I have
Okay.
two 10th standard matriculation question paper, science subject.
Okay.
I discussed
Okay.
with the science teachers some about this question. In
Okay.
first, we had a little confusion, sir. After
Okay.
that, we saw the PDF which you sent in, no, sir, in our group. That PDF was very useful to find out the category of film technology.
Good.
Then from you, we are trying to make a question also.
Okay.
I have one doubt, sir.
Okay.
Because students' point of view, they are remembering and giving the answer one or two questions. In our point of view, understand based on this question. So how will you
Okay.
find that question? Which kind of?
Yeah. Got that. I'll come back to that. Okay. I'll come back. Thanks for asking that question. Very critical question.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that the work you have done, and we will spend some time on that and get clarified on that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Thanks for that. Any other questions you have? Anybody else? All right. So let me share what do I have for you today, right? In the last session, in the last session, what we saw is on about rubrics and the Bloom's taxonomy. This is what we saw, right? Rubrics and the Bloom's taxonomy. So this session will be on evaluation and assessment, marks and assessment, parents and assessment, students and assessment, teachers and assessment, career and assessment, resource for further reading, assessment cycle, and data analysis as well, report card as well, right? So this is what we are going to talk about it. Now we'll spend some time on assessment as well. So as I told you, these now using games, last time we used, right? Last time we spoke about the types of assessment, or what are the games we can use. So I showed you certain games as well. Do you remember that? As well as if you look at it, Jeopardy, quiz, PPT, Kaun Banega Crorepati, you can play with the children. Okay, you can play spin wheel. You can play quiz game. Padlet is one form of game. Google Forms we can use. Making video we can use for assessment. Sway is one e-content or writing a newsletter. Minecraft is a game again. So through games also we can use assessment. Prodigy is one game. Like there are a lot of games which has come for to assessment. Now next part, this is how we can integrate technology. Okay. Now you tell me after going through this, what do you mean by evaluation and assessment? What is the difference between the evaluation and assessment? Anybody? What do you call evaluation? What do you call assessment? What is the difference between that? Hello?
Assessment is conducting a test kind of a thing to assess what.
Okay. What is the evaluation then?
Evaluation is correcting, giving out the result or the feedback, like how they have performed.
Got that. Assessment is a complete process, complete data collection process. Evaluation is part of it. So let's not get confused with the evaluation and assessment. Assessment is the whole system. Evaluation is part of that. Where you, how do you evaluate? You can evaluate anything for that matter. Okay. So because most of people we do evaluation, but what we do is actually assessment. Evaluation is part of it. So that has to be get clarified. The next part, what I'm talking about is now marks and the assessment. Okay, this is very critical. Now, what is the relationship with the marks and the assessment? Anybody can share? What is the relationship between the marks and the assessment?
As you said, assessment is a process and marks is a part of it, where we are giving the marks for their performance.
Good. Anybody else?
Shall I, sir?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, there are two types of this thing assessment. One is assessment for learning, assessments of learning, AFL and AOL. So assessments for learning is marks and assessments of learning is final. Whatever the teacher had taught, the final thing is assessment, sir.
Okay, got that. But my assessment is the overall system, whether you do off learning or off for learning, that's not a problem. That both are called assessment. The point is, what is the difference? What is the link between the marks and the assessment? What is the link between the marks and the? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, please go ahead.
Mark actually is a measuring, which will gauge the, which can measure the assessment. And
Okay.
we are looking at the marks, we can actually improvise our teaching learning. And again, another assessment can be done, and it is a gauging tool. Mark is actually a tool to gauge the students' performance. That's it.
Okay.
Marks could be said as tools.
Okay, got that. Okay, how many of you are? How many of you know Tamil here? Can I put a video on Tamil? Will people understand? Will that
No,
work?
sir.
No.
No Tamil.
No Tamil. Listen.
You can understand.
Okay. In the interest of, will that work? Can I put Tamil video for 1 minute?
Yeah, you can, but you can give the meanings also later. Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see the video, and let me. Before itself, I'm apologizing. There will be a little, background music. Not music. The sounds will be there. So ignore that. But just take the content. What the child has to do. It's a dialogue between the police and the student, and he has something to say about it. So let's see what he has to say about it. Okay.
Science நான் 100 மார்க் எடுத்தேன் சார். சயின்ஸ் மிஸ் என்ன பிரில்லியன்ட்னு சொன்னாங்க சார். மேக்ஸ்ல நான் 50 மார்க் எடுத்தேன் சார். ஆனா அந்த மாஸ்டர் என்ன முட்டாள்னு சொல்றாரு. தமிழ்ல நான் 100 மார்க் எடுக்கிறேன் சார். அதனால தமிழ் ஐயா என்ன புத்திசாலின்னு சொல்றாரு சார். இங்கிலீஷ்ல 50 மார்க் எடுத்தேன் சார். ஆனா அந்த மிஸ் என்ன இடியட்னு சொல்றாங்க சார். ஒரே ஸ்கூல்ல 3 சார் வந்து என்ன புத்திசாலின்னு சொல்றாங்க சார். 3 மிஸ் வந்து முட்டாள்னு சொல்றாங்க சார். அப்ப நான் யார் சார், புத்திசாலியா முட்டாளா? ஏன்னா எனக்கு சயின்ஸ் நல்லா வருது. சயின்ஸ்ல நீங்க 200 எடுக்க சொன்னா எடுப்பேன் சார். மற்ற சப்ஜெக்ட்ல 100 மார்க் எடுக்க சொன்னீங்கன்னா எப்படி சார் எடுக்கிறது? ஸ்கூல்ல நிறைய கேம் இருக்கு சார். ஒரே ஸ்டூடெண்ட் எல்லா கேமும் விளையாடுவானா சார்? அதே மாதிரி எல்லா சப்ஜெக்ட்லயும் ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் எப்படி சார் மார்க் வாங்க முடியும்? சொல்லுங்க சார். எனக்கு எது வருதோ அதுல மார்க் வாங்கினேன்.
இப்பதான் உன் பிரச்சனை என்னன்னு எனக்கே தெரியுது. ஆமா, உன் மாஸ்டரால இவ்வளவு பிரச்சனை இருக்க, ஹெட் மாஸ்டர்கிட்ட சொல்ல வேண்டியதானே?
அவரே பிரச்சனை சார்.
அவரால உனக்கு என்னடா பிரச்சனை?
எங்க ஸ்கூல் பேக் இருக்குல்ல சார், அந்த வெயிட்ட தூக்கி பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா?
நான் தூக்குனது இல்ல, என் பசங்க தூக்கிட்டு போவானுங்க. அதான் நான் பாத்துருக்கிறேன். பாவமா தாண்டா இருக்கும். ஆமா, அவ்வளவு வெயிட்டா வாடா இருக்கும்?
சார் செம வெயிட் சார். முதுகுலாம் வலிக்கும் சார். அதனால அவ்வளவு வெயிட்ட தூக்காம இருக்கிறதுக்கு ஹெட் மாஸ்டர் கிட்ட போய் ஒரு சூப்பர் ஐடியா சொன்னேன் சார்.
என்ன ஐடியாடா?
ஸ்கூல் ஓபன் பண்ணும் போது எங்களுக்கு 2 செட்டு புக்கு கொடுத்துருங்க. ஒரு செட்டு புக்கு வந்து நாங்க வீட்டுல வச்சுக்கிறோம், இன்னொரு செட்டு புக்கு வந்து கிளாஸ்ல வச்சுக்கிறோம். வெயிட் தூக்க வேண்டிய அவசியமே இல்லைன்னு சொன்னேன் சார்.
நல்ல ஐடியா தானே, இத ஃபாலோ பண்ணலாமே.
உங்களுக்கு தெரியுது சார் அது நல்ல ஐடியான்னு, ஆனா அவருக்கு தெரியலையே சார்.
அட,
எனக்கே அட்வைஸ் பண்றீங்கன்னு சொல்லி 2 நாள் முட்டி போடச்சார் சார்.
உனக்கு எந்த சாரியுமே பிடிக்காதா?
ஒரு சார் பிடிக்கும் சார்.
யாரா அது?
ரமணன் சார்.
ரமணனா? அவர் எந்த சப்ஜெக்ட் எடுக்கிறாரு?
அவர் வாத்தியார்ல சார். டிவில புயல் வரும், மழை பெய்யுன்னு கரெக்டா சொல்லுவார்ல சார், அவர்தான் சார் ரமணன்.
அவர் எதுக்குடா உனக்கு பிடிக்குது?
அவரு சொல்றதுனாலதான் சார் ஸ்கூல் லீவ் விடுறாங்க. ஸ்கூல் லீவ் விட்டா எங்க எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஜாலி சார். அதனால எல்லா பசங்களுக்கும் ரமணன் சார் ரொம்ப பிடிக்கும் சார். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்குலாம் அவர் தான் சார் கடவுள். Facebookல போய் பாருங்க, பசங்க எல்லாரும் கோயில் கட்டி பூஜை நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க.
Facebookல போய் பாக்குறதெல்லாம் அப்புறம் இருக்கட்டும்டா. எல்லா சப்ஜெக்ட்லயும் 100 மார்க் எடுன்னு சொல்றது உன்னுடைய திறமையை வெளியே கொண்டு வரக்காக. அதை ஏன்டா தப்பா புரிஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கிற?
எது சார் திறமை? எங்க மட்டும் 100 மார்க் எடு 100 மார்க் எடுன்னு அடிக்கிறாங்களே சார். இன்னைக்கு இருக்க எல்லா ஸ்டேட்டோட எஜுகேஷன் மினிஸ்டரும் எல்லா சப்ஜெக்ட்லயும் 100 மார்க் எடுத்தாங்களே சார். அது மட்டும் இல்ல சார், 100 மார்க் எடுத்து IAS IPS ஆனவங்கலாம் கவர்மெண்ட் கிட்ட சம்மன் ஆயிட்டு இருக்காங்க சார். 40 மார்க் 50 மார்க் எடுத்தவங்க ஃபெயில் ஆனவங்க இவங்கெல்லாம் அரசியல்வாதியாய் சம்மன் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க சார். எல்லா சப்ஜெக்ட்லயும் 100 மார்க் எடுக்கிறோம்னா புத்திசாலிங்கிற சிஸ்டத்தை தூக்கி போட்டு உடைக்க சொல்லுங்க சார். இந்த எஜுகேஷன் சிஸ்டம் இப்படியே இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸோட லைஃப் ரொம்ப ரிஸ்க் சார்.
ஏண்டா முட்டா கவர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு ஐடியா கொடுப்ப போல இருக்கு. வயசுக்கு மீறி யோசிக்கிறியாடா?
Right. So, what did you understand from this video? Anybody can share. Those who understand Tamil, for Urdu people, it will be helpful. Yes. Can you hear me?
Sir, sir.
Sir,
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, teacher.
From marks, we don't identify what kind of student, but the assessment, we can understand that what kind of a student.
Okay. Got that. Anybody else want to share?
Sir, I don't know Tamil. Only little bit I have understood that marks are very important. Because of the marks, you get a good job. That is how the education system works. So we need to gain the marks, however it is, like that kind of thing. Little bit I have understood like that.
Okay, got that.
Zarba, you want the summary of this video?
Yeah, summary of this video.
Okay, I'll tell you, inshallah.
In quick 2 minutes, whatever, so that people can understand.
Say the child is asking the policeman, he has scored very good marks in 3 subjects, and those teachers appreciate him. And he is scoring poor in 3 subjects. So they call him idiot. Okay. So now he is confused. He says, now I'm studying in the same school. 3 teachers are calling me very brilliant, and 3 teachers are calling me fool. So what is my actual position? He's asking. And he was talking about the weight of the bag. Okay. Then he has given idea to the headmaster that we can purchase 2 sets of books. One we can keep at home, one we can bring it to school. So the headmaster was annoyed and asked him to kneel down for 2 days. So he says that those who scored better marks, they become they become IAS officers, or they get employed. And whereas those scored less marks, they become employers, right? And so the system of assessing a person based on marks is to be abolished. That's what he was telling. Over to you, sir.
And also he spoke about one of his favorites, Sir Ramanan sir, who always motivates him through Facebooks and social media, and all the students are the fan following of that sir, right sir? As far as I understood.
Actually, that was about, he liked only Ramanan sir. The policeman is asking, who is the Ramanan? He says he is forecasting the weather. He only declares holiday for our schools. So he was talking about the Facebook and all, wherein the children, they have a lot of appreciation for.
Jazakallah.
Got that. So now the purpose of sharing the video is to understand what is the relationship between the marks. Right? Now marks is what is all about just measuring the learning. It has nothing to do with the child's personality, whether he is an idiot, whether he is intelligent. No. Mark is just showing how much the child has learned and how much he can go further, how much he has to improve. That's all it is. Now, what do we do with in the report card? Can somebody share on that with the marks?
By seeing the report card, we say he is a good student. He score always a good marks. He is a brilliant student. And whoever score less marks, he is a slow learner. He is a below average. That is how we judge them.
Got that. So we do character assassination with the report card, right? Which is in reality, it has nothing to do with that. Am I accurate what I'm saying? Is there anybody? Yeah, but no.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Right? Got that. I saw the chat. Instead of saying can do better, give him a specific goal. Next time now you have improved for 10%. Next time you do it for 70%. Give that goal to the children. Nah? That's all is rubrics. So that is called executive assessment. This examination you have got 30%. Next time you get 40%. Even if you get 30%, you are also good boy only, no bad boy. You're not a bad boy. You're not an idiot. Right? So this is very critical. We damage that in the report card, and the parents relate like that, and ultimately it's a damage to the life of the child. So that is why it is very serious when we put marks and assessment. Anybody has any questions on this? Is this clear? Hello?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
What you said is absolutely correct. The report card, that is how the normal mentality of the human being think. But report card is also a very important part where we can finally give some marks to the, we can say the performance of the overall student to the parents. Like we can't show the assessment like monthly wise, we can't conduct, weekly wise, whatever we conduct, we can't show. And finally, we have to show something. That's the reason we have made the report card, right?
Yeah.
So like marks is also very important. Like for the slow learners, if we say that we should not judge them according to the marks, like how we can what I will say, like how to put across those words to the parents to explain how he is and all.
Right.
Like if he has scored the less marks, but he's good in talent and all. Okay.
Got that. So that is why your assessment system should change to portfolio assessment. Anecdotal record should come, not only marks, not only exam. Did you get that?
Okay.
Number one, I'm not saying you should not give marks. Give marks, but it has nothing to do with personality of the child. For example, a child has scored 10 out of 20. That means 10 he has got. Next time, if you want to improve, put a goal to him. Next time you get 15. That's all you say. But do we do that in report card is my question.
Yeah, we write the remarks
What
over
do you
there
write?
in the report.
What do you write?
Like he has to improve a little bit more. Till now he has done mashallah.
That more is what? What is more?
He has to work out on those particular subject where he is weak, and he has to put an effort.
I'm a student. I got 10 out of 20. Now you're telling me improve better. So what should I improve from that?
Okay, so we have to tell him where are the points.
Which concept, what he has not understood, why he has not understood. That is a teacher, na?
Okay.
Now, for example, if you go to a doctor and you say headache and he gives instead of giving paracetamol or a painkiller, if he gives some tablet towards diarrhea, what will happen?
The side effects.
So you need to be very specific. Now, what has gone not well?
Okay,
Tell him
sir,
very
got
clearly. He will understand better instead of giving a generalized vague remarks.
Got it, sir.
Did you get that? But
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that,
sure.
for that, the assessment should change. You can't just give. Otherwise, it will be even we call it as jugado work only. It is not a straight work. We are dealing with the child's life. Did you get that?
Yes, sir. I got your point, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So next comes to parents and assessments. Now, what do we do with parents with assessment? Somebody just now, one sister said we cannot do every week, no. You do the test, you give the assessment. I'll show you how it is done in a school. Okay, I'll share you the end. Every week you can share the assessment. What we do is we have a Google Classroom. In that we upload the whole papers. Teachers, parents can see the portfolio, not even coming to the school. How much he has given, how he's performed, what is the marking, is it according to rubrics? Everything will be transparent. You don't need to wait for the examination to happen. See, our intention is not to give marks at the examination, rather about the learning. Once the learning is complete, give feedback. Did you get that? Now, somebody share what is the relationship between the parents and assessment. What do we do with the parents with the assessment? Hello, are you able to hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So somebody share what is the relationship between the parents and the assessment.
Parents see the assessment sheets and they decide like how their child has performed. That's how
Okay.
they
But
decide.
why? What is the relationship? Why you need involve parents in that?
Because they should get an update about their child, how he is performing, where all he needs to improve. They need to get an update monthly wise or weekly wise, like how we keep usually the PTM, parents teacher meet.
For what?
To show them what the child has learned and how he has improved, what all he has learned, everything, overall performance of the child.
Okay, now you show that. Then what will happen?
Parents will come to know like how the child.
Parents come to know. Parents come to know. Then what?
If he's good, they'll be happy. If he's bad, they'll see him at him and they'll ask him to improve.
Okay, happy and bad. Then what?
Then I think the final result, where he'll go for the next.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, you need to involve parents. What support you can take from the parents?
Like to spend some time with the child.
Yeah, whatever remedial steps you require, you need to involve parents into that. That is where relationship with the assessment should be to 360 degree. Just giving one commentary, teacher is not doing well, my child is not doing well, doesn't work. Did you get that? Right? They should be in part of the child's development. That is called 360 degree assessment. Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
Is that clear? Any questions as of now? So what we do in our school is Google Classroom. We upload all the papers. So parents can see the papers time to time, whenever they want. Right? So now, what is the relationship between students and assessment? Hello?
Even students can watch if the assessment is uploaded in the drive along with the parents.
Why?
And
Why?
So that they'll come to know where they have to improve, where they are making the mistake, so that they can work on that particular mistake, so that next time it doesn't happen.
Okay. Now
they can, yeah.
Got that. Now question is, now you are conducting a quarterly examination today, and you are correcting the paper, and the paper is ready tomorrow. Will you wait till the parents meeting to happen, or will you give it to the child immediately?
We'll give it to the child immediately so that he can cross check if there are any errors, like some marks has to come, whether everything is done, whatever the mistakes he has done, he can realize.
He'll write, then what?
So that we will explain him, this is what the mistake you have done, you have to work on it and you have to improve.
That has to be done in action. You create a plan for that. What he has missed, right? Like doctor prescribes the prescription for 6 days, you have to take this.
Okay.
Did you get that?
Yes, sir.
But do we do that in schools is question mark. We need to question ourselves. When we prescribe a chart, okay, this is what we have to do for the next 1 month. After 1 month also parents meeting can happen. So there is nothing to do with the parents should only see, a child should see the paper only with the parents. In traditional way, we wait the parents, everything, then his character association happens, everything, but that is not fruitful. That does not contribute to the child's learning. Did you get that? Our intention is the child should learn, the child should develop the learning. Any questions on this? Anybody has any questions on this? Yeah, but how about? Any questions? All right. So next is teacher. Now, what is the relationship with the assessment and the teacher? Hello? Are you all here? Can I hear some voice? Some chat? What is the relationship between the student? Oh, sorry, teachers and the assessment.
Sir, teachers and assessment, they both go together, sir. One without it is incomplete. It is a paradigm shift from what am I going to teach to how am I going to teach, sir. That is how it works.
Okay, got that. What else? Anybody has questions on this? This teacher's assessment is a very, very critical role. Let me tell you why. It is a feedback for the teacher as well as student as well. Both the side it works. Whether the teacher has done her complete work, the learning has happened or not, and where the teacher should improve and where the student should improve. So both of them go together and work together. In schools, it doesn't happen. We just give marks over. That is his headache, whether he studies or not. No, it is your feedback. If a child, I'll tell you how it is done also, okay? At the end of the thing, I'll tell you how it is done. Analysis. Right? Is that clear? Any questions on this? Any questions on this? Hello?
No, sir. Alhamdulillah, we have understood.
God, thank you. So now we get a data of this. The child is how much he's got, everything, right? And what do we do with that data? These are the things we can do with the data, right? First is data interpretation. What you can do with data, you can decide the future of the child. If he is interested in this, admission in the institutions, the higher education systems is going to change. It's already changed 30%, another 70% will change. We call it as portfolio. From 9th standard, you should record the child's activities to get admission, right? All the latest university, Plaksha, Flame, Korea University, Jindal University, BM Munjal University, APJ University, NIT University, Ahmedabad University, then Atria University, and Sai University. All the universities, the new universities that has come, they take admission in grade 9. From grade 9, they ask records, teacher recommendation, principal recommendation, other people recommendation, why he is asking this course. These are the data is required, okay? So you can build a profile of the child, how he is performed. Remedial. You can provide a remedial chart for the child, okay? Now let me share with you how do we do that, okay? Now this is the exam plan, okay? Are you able to see my screen, everybody? Hello?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yes, we
Okay, this is our portfolio for to record the marks. Okay, this is FA, diagnostic assessment, formative, summative. I'm taking one subject, okay, English. Now I'm going to see the marks here. Now, can you see that? Can everybody see that marks? Hello?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Can you see reading, speaking, listening, writing? 25 marks converted to 100, okay? Now there is marks here. Now, if you want grade, you can get the grade. Can you see the grade here? Now, if you want percentage, you can see the percentage as well. How much percentage? 100, 80, 40. And you can also see converted score. How much for 100? How much is this? Can you get this? Are you able to see this?
Yes,
Everybody?
sir.
Now, the analysis part. Now, can you see this analysis? I want you to everybody get this. Maximum mark 25 marks, pass mark 8.75, distinction mark 22.5. Okay. Median mark 22.5, mode mark 23%. Your pride, that is 25 people are first top 3 people. These are top 3 people. Highest mark is 25 out of 25. Lowest mark is 14 out of 25. Tally of marks. How many of them have got 8 marks? How many of them are ranges of the grades? How many of them pass? How many of them fail? How many of them not taken? All students in this class have performed well. Did you get this? Now, what does this show for the teacher? Can somebody show this? Tell me. Hello.
And this is how shows the performance, like teacher, how she has taught to the student,
Got that.
how the concept is clear to the students.
Right. Clear, no?
Self-evaluation of a teacher.
Right. And what she has to do, this data will tell you, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, this is only one rubric, that is listening, speaking, like that. Now, let me take where let me take some other subject. One rubrics I am putting here. Okay, let's take different rubrics, but at the analysis of that. Now, can you see this? Concept clarity, mental math, problem solving. And this is the analysis. Now, furthermore, if you want to analysis, let me know if I can move next. Can I move next?
Yes, sir.
Now, further, if you want to analyze, there is other way to analyze, okay? We call it as insight. So what is the academic performance of particular term, right? This is one. In particular subject, different way, different format, different level. And how the progress has gone in English or any subject for that over a period of time. This is called data analysis. So it started with 75, it has gone up to 85, then it has again reduced from term 1. Only English, okay? This can be done across classes to classes, subject to subject as well. Now I'm including subject, science subject. Right? Now, individual student performance also can be analyzed here. How the individual performance of the child. Can you see she has joined in LKG? She is in first standard now. All the data is available now. Her performance in English of particular child. Can you see this? it has gone somewhere different level, ranging from 75 to 85 or different. Are you all with me? Are you all with me? Hello. This is called data analysis. Okay. This is what we can do with data, and we can help the child to grow better. So can you understand what is this all about? What did you understand? Can anybody share? Hello. Are you all with me?
Yes, sir. It is the overall performance of the child where it is clearly graphically represented, and the data is also being represented so that the teacher can self-analyze where she has to improve and what is her performance, like how the concept is clear to the student. It's overall clear to everyone. If the parents or the student or the teacher look into it, it's clear.
No, now with that, what can we do? That you tell me.
With this, we can focus on the slow learners more, so that they can score good marks, and the graph would increase their every month assessment. The increase in the graph, we can work on that.
Got that. All right. Anybody else? What did we get from this now? Everyone. What I showed now. Hello, quickly. Mean median mode. That's a statistics concept. I will not have a time to do that. Mean. Okay, anybody has any questions, any doubts on this? Hello? Hello? Are you all with me?
Yes, sir, you're audible. Alhamdulillah, no doubts.
Are you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what did you get? What are you getting? What are you taking away from this? Hello? 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 Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
But I'm not hearing any voice. Did you get this concept?
Yes, sir, Alhamdulillah, we got it.
I'm hearing reply only from 2 or 3 people. I want everybody to. We have 21 people here. At least chat it, okay? Yeah, good. Thank you. Because I should know whether you have understood or not. Otherwise, yeah, I will go with my own judgment will not work. Okay, the last part is like what we can do after this data is, this is what we call is assessment cycle. Okay. So assessment cycle is all about cycle of learning, where you plan assessment outcomes, collect the data, analyze the data, share the result, then identify what has to be done, then do the remedial part, then again do the learning. This is called assessment cycle. Okay. This is what we do with and I also showed the report card for you. You want me to show the report card? How it will be the report card? Do you want me to show? Hello? Anybody wants to see the report card?
Yes, sir, please show it, sir.
Okay, I'll show you. So what is the resources for further reading? The authors are these people: Robert Marzano, Dylan Williample, John Hattie. These are the masters in this assessment. Okay. So anybody who wants to read, they can read these books of these authors. Right. Now, before the teacher who has done the assessment, can you start sharing that? Meanwhile, I'll take the report card for you. Sister who has done the assessment, can you share, sister? Sister from Imam Shafi School.
Sarla, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
So can you share, do you have the what is your analysis? What
I don't have a PDF because
no, not a problem. Not a problem. You tell me what is your
because total number of marks 75 marks. Total number of questions 55 questions only.
just a minute. Just a minute. I'll just I have to note down the board. Just a minute. Okay, right. So yes, sister, share me your data. What is your conclusion?
It's total number of marks 75 marks. Number of
75.
questions. Yes, it's a science subject. 25 marks internal marks. We have internal marks. Number of understanding question for 10 questions.
Wait. Now you are going to give me this data. Okay. So tell me how many questions on remember and what is the marks?
Remembering question 13 questions, sir.
13 questions and how many marks?
13 questions for 23 marks, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir. Understanding question 14 marks, sir.
Okay.
Applying question.
Understanding question, how many marks?
Yes, sir. 14 marks, sir.
14 marks. Okay.
Yes, sir. Applying question 8 marks.
Applying question 8 marks. Okay.
Yes, sir. Analyzing 10 marks.
10 marks. Okay.
Yes, sir. Applying then a creative question 2 marks, sir. Because a 2 mark question 1 5 mark question 7 marks, sir.
Okay.
Evaluating questions 2 5 marks 10 marks 2 1 word 12 marks, sir.
How many marks? 12 marks. Okay.
12 marks, sir. But I have confused but 2 questions, sir. Remembering question plus understanding question. That only for I'm giving the marks for understanding 14 marks, sir.
Okay, can you now can you share one how do you decide this is a remember question, understanding question, applying question?
Because in my student point of view, remembering questions, sir.
Okay.
But our point of view, understanding questions, sir.
Right, fine. How do you define this is remembering question, this is understanding question?
In my point of view, understanding questions, sir.
No, it's not in your point of view. The book which I gave you.
Remembering question also, yes, sir.
Yeah, but how will you decide whether this is the remember question, understanding question, applying question?
Yes, sir. That's why my doubt also, sir.
Good. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Okay. Good. Yes. Anybody? Which question paper is this? Matriculation, CBSE, or IGCSE?
Matriculation, sir.
Good. Now this one. Anybody has done on CBSE, IGCSE? Anybody has the data with us?
Actually, we have done the comparison of all the three. You can check the Mr. Lights.
Okay. So can you share that?
I don't have a PDF, sir. Because some doubt, we have doubt.
Yeah, that doubt I'll clarify now. But the point is, if you have done for CBSE, at least let me share what is how much marks is given for remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, creative evaluation.
Yes, because 30 marks only we had finished.
No problem.
Other question very difficult questions. I don't know.
Got that. Now this is what you need to take as a practice. Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let me share with you. Okay. Wait. Are you able to see my screen? The report card part? Okay, wait. So now let me share the that PDF. Okay. So this is the PDF. Now see here. This remembering question, what do you remember about? How do you define? How would you identify? If you use this kind of question prompt, that is remembering question.
Remembering
If you use, how would you come? Yeah. So if you ask understanding comprehension means this is how it is. How would you compare? How would you clarify? If these questions, if we use, it is understanding questions. If your application questions, what action you would take to perform? How would you develop? What other way would you choose? What would the result be? If you use these kind of questions, then it means applying question. Analyzing question, how can you classify? How can you compare? Discuss the pros and cons of how can you sort the plots? What is the analysis of this? What can you infer? If you use this kind of question, then it is analyzing question. Evaluation question, what criteria would you assess? What data was used to evaluate? What choice you would have made? How would you determine the facts? These questions are evaluating question. Creating synthesis question, this is question. What alternative you would suggest for? What changes you would make to revise? How would you explain in the reason? How would you generate the plan? What could you invent? What facts can you either gather? So if you look at the question, it goes up to different level. Did you get this? Hello? Do you understand now?
Yes, sir. I got it, sir. Thank you.
So that is how you define your, what do you call, your question paper. Now let me share from the book also, such that you understand how it has been divided, shared. Okay. So for any questions, any doubts you have? Hello? Anybody has any questions as of now? I'm going to show you from the book part, how in the book it is analyzed, okay? Let me take one, let me take this and I'll show you how the questions are analyzed. Are you able to see my screen? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now you see the questions here, okay? See, can you see here? Knowledge question and understanding question, K and U, HOTS question. Can you see that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Based on the question tag, what kind of questions you ask, right? Did you get this now?
Yes, sir.
So what do we call HOTS as? Yeah.
Hot question means higher order question.
The higher orders. we call it as what? Let me. I showed you the last session as well. This is what is higher order thinking skill: analyzing, evaluating, applying, understanding, remembering. Did you get this? Hello. Last thing. The report. Where is the report card? Yeah. So can you see my screen? This is the report card. Not taken means the child is not absent. So grades will not affect. Absent means grade will get affected. This is the report card. Overall percentage, grade, CGPA, attendance. The average where is highest? FA1, SA1, right? All right. Is required for what is required for the children. That as an assignment. Anybody has anything to share? Hello? Hello, are you there, everyone? What did you get from this today's session? Hello? Can you hear me, everyone? Hello? Okay, quickly share what did you get? What did you get today, today's session? Today is the final session.
In today's session, we have understood the difference between the assessment and the evaluation. When the marks, the marks are just not how much they are, it is considered to be like how they have learned and where they need to improve, which should not decide the personality of the student. We should not say he is intelligent or weak by depending on the marks. We should assist him, and by seeing the report card, we should not damage the life of the student. And data analysis as well, sir.
Got that. So this is what we call it as assessment 360 degree. More to do it, we can do in depth also, but this is the basics of it. ABC of 360 degree assessment. And this is what now CBSE is coming up. Let's see how they're coming up as well. Anybody has any other questions?
Sir, your voice is very low, sir.
I think. Hello. Let me know any questions you have, or we'll wind up this. It's already 3:40 now. Anybody else want to share? Anybody has any other questions? Azam bhai, is it complete? This is what is all about assessment.
Yeah, Jazakumullah khair. Teachers or participants.
That's all from my side.
If you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll wind up this session. I'll just give a minute or so If you have some questions, you can put in the chat box also. Hopefully, there are no more questions. Right. Now, we have almost concluded your session, Azhar. Is it the last session?
Yes, done. Yeah, that's all.
Alhamdulillah.
Further, they can do it on their own. If any.
Yeah. So, okay, your voice is breaking, Azhar. Kindly check the connectivity.
I can guide them. The activity is very critical.
Yeah, inshallah. So, inshallah, what more?
Okay.
If you have any other session, we can schedule it at a later stage. Let the teachers understand this. Activity you are suggesting, how many sessions do you might require for that?
We can do it in the session itself. We can take one practical question paper and analyze like that.
Right.
So it will take 20 minutes per question paper.
Okay. So we will conclude the coming week, inshallah, with a practical lesson.
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Really, it is amazing, and we understood quite a few things. Actually, it's an ocean, right? Alhamdulillah, Azerbaijan has enlightened us with what is evaluation and assessment, and definitely this is going to help our schools. Actually, we are seeking advice from our Dr. Mushtaq sir. At least the fourth Saturday every month, we can plan for a half-a-day session to enrich the teachers with all these things. Now, who is benefiting in this particular program is the principal and the coordinators. What is important is each and every teacher must be enlightened with this. So, inshallah, hopefully our coordinators and principals will be conveying this message. But it will be more effective if we have a direct communication with the resource person itself. So, inshallah, we will be planning such sessions in future after discussion with Mushtaq Sahab. Inshallah, I will be letting you about this program in future. And we wholeheartedly thank our Azhar Bhai for his wonderful contribution to MFERD schools. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Subhanallah. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله. جزاكم الله خيرا.